Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hear me now? Please say yes. Please say yes. If you can hear me now, please say. Oh, that's great. So $300 million for Manny Machado to San Diego. I am stunned. Jeff Passan of ESPN first reported this. Mark Feinstein of MLB.com reported 10 years, $300 million. This is the single biggest free agent contract in the history of American sports. San Diego, where did San Diego get this money? I'm trying to figure it out. How did the White Sox get beat on this? Because from all we've heard, now I'm a Yankee fan here, so I'm going to spend the next hour talking about it. Hopefully we'll see. Hopefully we'll get some new people here to talk about it if you guys are interested as well. But this stunned me because we've been hearing about Chicago. We've been hearing about the White Sox. We've been hearing about the Phillies. I didn't hear much about. Okay, here it is. Largest sports contracts ever. Canelo Alvarez for DAZN signed a $365 million boxing contract. Giancarlo Stanton re-signed with the Marlins for $325 million. That was back, and then, of course, that worked out so well. Now he's with the Yankees. This is the single biggest free agent contract in the history of professional sports, and it might not even last that long because now we wait for Bryce Harper and see what he is going to do. Padres executive chairman Ron Fowler, though, had reported that he said we do not have a deal. We are continuing discussions. They are, according to Ken Rosenthal, they are in agreement on financial terms. Machado has not passed the physical, and the two sides have not finalized language yet. The White Sox felt that they had the highest offer on the table. The opt-out is in the 5th year. I'm still trying to put this together, how this could be. This seemed like, again, it was either Phillies or White Sox. I heard nothing about Padres, or if I heard about the Padres, very little. And I guess over the last couple of days, it's been started to talk about a little bit more, but you still talk with Chicago. The fact that he's going out to San Diego, that he's going out to staying in the same division as the Dodgers, fine. It is very, very surprising to me. He's going to be a great addition there. Look, here's the thing with Machado. Does he have some flaws? Of course. I mean, does he not hustle? Sure. But he's a darn good player. He's a great all-around player. And this is going to be such a huge, huge addition for San Diego, able to, help them there in the National League West. Looking here at MLB.com, what were his best landing spots from top to bottom here? Looking at this now, Yankees. Okay, so the Padres were the 4th. Apparently, the Padres were not one of the first. Again, it was the Yankees. He met with the Yankees, he met with the Phillies, he met with the White Sox. He gave them, according to MLB.com, he gives them a lot of excitement. They've got a lot of young talent coming up in the next few years. They have money to spend. It's one of the most beautiful cities. And he would own the town. Yeah, he's the biggest star there in San Diego, far and away. As for a Yankee fan here, I'm not angry by this. I had a feeling for a while that he wasn't coming, and apparently, according to reports, the Yankees never had a formal offer with Machado. And I don't want that. I'm not a guy I'm not a fan of a 10-year deal. I mean, how many 10-year deals have worked out here in baseball? How many of those have worked out for teams? I'm looking for it here. The A-Rod deal with the Rangers. I guess the only one that you can say worked to an extent was Jeter with the Yankees from 01 to 10. I mean, Michael Vick with the Falcons. Yeah, that didn't work. A-Rod, when he signed that 10-year deal with the Yankees from 08 to from 2007. He got him a championship. Troy Tulowitzki signed a 10-year deal with the Rockies. No. Albert Pujols with the Angels. No. Robinson Cano with the Mariners. No. Joey Votto with the Reds. No. Todd Helton got 11 years. Donovan McNabb got 12 years with the Eagles. Okay, Alexander Ovechkin got 13 years with the Capitals. That one I think has worked. This will be big enough. Yeah, you get a player like this. You get a top talent like this in his prime. This is going to help them immensely. Does this make them the best team in the National League? I don't know. I mean, this certainly improves them, but I still think the Dodgers are probably the best all-around team there. But when you look at a team like, I'm not a fan of the 10-year deal at all. I think it's just now. How do I put this? It's just obviously he's gonna be great early on, but then, and as I can attest to this, watching Alex Rodriguez at the end of his career, you're paying him $30 million when he's 34, 35, 36. How old is Machado now? Machado is 26. So at the end of this deal, he'll be 36. No, at the end of this deal, actually, he'll be 37. Because, he's 26 now. And then in April, yes, okay. He's 26 now. By the end of this deal, he'll be 37. Because his birthday's in the middle of the season. Do you really want to be paying a guy like that $30 million when he won't be worth, unless something miraculous happens, unless he is this dynamic talent, he's not going to be worth $30 million. So I understand you wanted to throw money at this, and I'm not going to berate a player for wanting his money. I mean, it's hard out there, but we see why. If you were wondering why it was that so many teams were hesitant to sign him, it was because of this. It was because of nobody wants to pay these guys this much money. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the back end. He's gonna be great on, in the first couple of years. He's gonna be a huge influence there. But is this really what you want now? Is this really what you're gonna be wanting going forward? Is this in year 8, 9, 10? Is this really what you want? So I'm curious to how this will play out for San Diego. Again, he is the biggest star they've had in years. And again, short term, this is a great deal for San Diego, and they're going to love having him. He's going to be a fine player. Long term, I don't know how it's going to play out here. So yeah, if you're just joining us, and it was reported about 30 minutes ago, Manny Machado, a 10-year deal worth $300 million, the third biggest contract in the history of professional sports, and it's not the biggest according to inflation, which you have to take into account, but in terms of overall money, third biggest and the largest free agent contract for now. I mean, I think Bryce Harper is a better player than Machado, not by much. They're both excellent at what they do, both all around great players. But I mean, if Machado got 300, what's Harper gonna get? Oh boy, cannot wait to see this. Padres is trending, Machado is trending, John Wayne is trending. Why? Oh, okay, great. And now I found out. And I wish I hadn't found out. White Sox is trending. There are reports that the White Sox could not reach Ken Williams, who I guess he's the GM of the White Sox. Let me see here. Ken Williams is maybe the president of the best one. The current executive vice president of the Chicago White Sox. At least it won't hurt us AL East. No, it won't. No, fine. I can live with that. And again, as a Yankee fan, I'm not totally angry. I had a feeling we weren't going to get him. I would have taken him for 7 years. I would have paid $30 million a year. No problem. I would have done it, though, for 7 years. It's the 10. It's the 10 that really starts to – you have second thoughts about it. That's the number that I always – Father Time is undefeated. And everybody except Tom Brady ages. So – again, I'm just not a fan of those kind of contracts there. But goodness, yeah, I'm shocked by this. I'm really shocked. The White Sox, apparently, could not reach the $300 million. Man, the White Sox were this close to being relevant. They were this close to being relevant, and oh. Man, I mean, well, try to get Harper now. Try to use that money and try to spend it on Harper. Oh boy, this is gonna rock. And they've talked about why it is, and I've mentioned this earlier. They've talked about why it is that Machado and Harper haven't been signed yet. And again, I think it's ridiculous. But these owners don't want to pay that much money to these players. They don't want to spend all this money again, I don't think they have a problem with now. It's the 7 years, the 8 years, the 9 years, the 10 years. They've seen that they are weary of these giant 10-year deals. We've seen them backfire in teams' faces time and time and time again. And most teams don't want to do it. But the Padres, in I guess any attempt to be relevant, in any attempt to try to, when was the last time the Padres made the playoffs? Goodness. 2006. 2006. Wow. And last year, there were 66 and 96. Not SportsCenter. I'm tweeting. After signing Machado, the Padres believe that with a few more moves and a little luck, they can truly be a contender for 4th place in the NL West this season. That's about accurate. And the team is dreadful. But hey, they got a star now. They got a superstar. I guess Machado is the best player the Padres have had since, Trevor Hoffman, Jake Peavy. This is finally it happens for them. Oh, man. So $30 million. Again, a 5-year opt-out clause for Machado. 5 years. And then he can do whatever the heck he wants. Goodness. Biggest free agent contract in the history of American sports. Machado can't strike out to end the World Series if you don't make the World Series. That would, this will rise them up. This isn't, they're not going to be the favorites in the National League, but this obviously, if you have a player like this who can get you a couple big wins, you never know. And who someone else, but are they going to be able to hire any other free agents? Are they going to be able to get anybody else to come there? What is your favorite team? Hi, Joshua, the 1330. Also, I didn't say hi to Matthew and Codemeister. Hi, my favorite team, Yankees. So, not Quincy Bell Sports. I thought the Padres were out. I thought so too. Baseball. You can't predict baseball, Susan. Favorite team is the Yankees. Not entirely angry about what happened today. Just a little bummed out, but not entirely. I was not. Again, I was good up to a point. I would have given the $30 million, but not for 10 years. And I just hate those 10-year deals. So, and the stuff with him, as someone who watched a lot of Robinson Cano, I'm not. I stand a little weary of the guys who don't hustle. I had to deal with year after year the people complaining about Robbie Cano because he didn't hustle out of the batter's box. And oh gosh, when he not in a ground ball, I sometimes understand the logic, but I feel like if I was a baseball player, I'd show a little bit of hustle. I understand you don't want to, because if you pull a muscle while running out to first on a routine grounder, people are going to kill you. Why did you do that? There was no need to do that, but just a little bit of effort. I like to see just a little bit of show me something here. If this had said White Sox, I would have been like, I would totally understand it. What do you? Okay, so here's the Padres' new look lineup: Ian Kinsler, Manny Machado, Eric Hosmer, Will Myers, Hunter Renfroe, Frenchie Cordero, Luis Urias, Austin Hedges, and a pitcher. I apologize if I got something there wrong. The Padres, again, did not confirm it. The Padres did not confirm the statement. They've not confirmed it yet with the Machado deals. Again, according to reports, that they're just hammering out, they're passing the physical, working on a little of the final details, but it's, for the most part, it's set. And Machado, as long as nothing crazy happens, he will become a San Diego Padre. Manny Machado, again, 26 years old. He is he's been in baseball from 2012 to now. He has a 282 batting average. He has 175 home runs, 513 RBIs. He is a 4-time All-Star and a 2-time Gold Glover. And earlier this year, he played in his first World Series. One of the best fielders in the game, a great hitter. And yes, now he is going to be a San Diego Padre. What's next for the Yankees? Get a starter. get a starting. That I was hoping they'd get like a surefire. I know they got Patton. I hope I said his name right. I know they got him, but that's the one worry that I have with the Yankees right now is the starting pitching. That's the biggest concern I have right now. The hitting, for the most part, if you give the team another year, you make sure Judge is healthy the whole time. I feel good about the Yankees there, and the bullpen I have total confidence in. That's going to be they're going to have a top tier bullpen once again. It's the starting pitching that I have some worries about. Can Tanaka stay healthy? What happens with CC in his final year? God bless him. What happens with Severino? I'm really worried about J.A. Happ. I'm not happy about the way he played against Boston. Can he recover? That's what I'm worried. So again, I think most Yankee fans had come to grips that he wasn't going to sign with the Yankees. I think most people had come to a realization of that. But yeah, James Wagner of the East Ventura Times covers the Yankees. The Yankees never made a formal offer to Manny Machado, although they hosted him at Yankee Stadium. Machado wanted to top Giancarlo Stanton's $325 million deal, and although his reported amount is a free agent record, the Yankees didn't want to offer something that large, which great. No, we're not getting Harper. No. Years ago, I thought we would. No, I think right now for Harper, it's still the Phillies. I mean, if you're Harper, you can say, wait a minute, this guy got this much money from San Diego. He's gonna want a little bit more. And again, he is an unbelievable talent. He's an exceptional player. So get your money. Again, get your money, people. It is a tough business. Baseball is hard. Get your money. All right, do yourself a favor and get it. All right, there's nothing wrong with asking for money. Nothing wrong with it. This is America, baby. Whew. Twitter is off the hook, by the way. Looking for any other news here. John Heyman, Machado's deal once finalized is the biggest for a free agent in baseball history, but that record may only last a matter of days, if that. What will Harper get? Manny Machado has the most hits by a shortstop/third baseman. He is 1,000 since entering Major League Baseball in 2013. Very few players in baseball that are as good as him. I'm not going to say he's the best. It's probably still Trout, but he's darn good. Yeah, the biggest winner today. I saw someone said the biggest winner today, Mike Trout. If Machado's worth $300 million, what is Harper going to be worth? Hope the Red Sox keep the bullpen. Gary Sanchez is going to be good this year. I don't know. I really. Matthew says I hope the Red Sox keep the bullpen. What does it matter? Even with their bullpen, they're still better than us right now. That's frustrating to think about. But I hope Gary Sanchez. I want to see Gary Sanchez be good. But if he hits well, if he can hit like 30 home runs, you're gonna forget about all of the stupid, because that's the only record. That's the only stat right now that matters in baseball is how many home runs you hit. Executives, GMs, they don't care about runs batted in, batting out. They care about the home runs. How many home runs do you hit? And so, yeah, if Gary Sanders can hit 30, 35 home runs, you're going to forgive him for his terrible defense. But I don't know at this point. I really, really don't know. What was the White Sox offer? I want to know what did the White Sox? I guess is it true that the White Sox could not beat the $300 million? It sounds like the offer was near $300 million, but that's what. And they did offer him about a month ago. They offered him 7 years, $175 million, and Padres said we cannot one up that. This hurts the Sox fan. What do you think is next? First of all, Dirty Deans, I'm so sorry. Apologies to you. and Chicago White Sox fans who have been looking for any sort of great moment since 2005. You scream into your pillow. I don't know what you do. That was their plan. Get Machado. I mean, maybe you make a last second bid at Harper, but I misspelled Harper there. So all right. Somebody asked, White Sox wouldn't go to $300 million for Machado. Will they do it for Harper? Again, I would say that Harper's a little better player than Machado. So will they be willing to? Stanton's going to hit 59 home runs this year. I hope so. I'd love to see Stanton hit 59 home runs this year. Will we do it? Who knows? Because baseball is weird. Baseball is whack. Baseball is nuts. Now, on the topic of San Diego, Anchorman, great movie. Stay classy, San Diego. You got yourself. Although there are White Sox fans today who are saying this is a kid show, so I won't. There's kids watching, I think, but there's a scene that where Ron Burgundy reads exactly what's on the teleprompter in Anchorman, and I think that's what a lot of White Sox fans are saying to San Diego right now. So a lot of where did the Padres? Where on earth did the Padres have $300 million in the budget? Where? Yeah. Man. I mean, again, Machado. Also, I forgot about when I was talking about Machado's problems. I also forgot that he has the tendency to stomp on players' ankles. So he doesn't hustle. He stomps on players' ankles. Not going to happen. No, I'm not. I wasn't saying, but again, he is a talent. If he just, but he's also a little bit of a nutcase. If he can just full on the Padres are perfect for Machado because no one in the history of San Diego has ever done anything at full speed. That's from Joe Prano, I believe, of the Dirty Sports. Man, the Padres' estimated payroll was about $50 million. Now Machado and Hosmer will earn over $50 million just by themselves, almost as much as the rest of the roster combined. The Padres have invested $528 million in Will Myers, Eric Hosmer, and Manny Machado. The Dodgers' guaranteed money through 2022 is $8 million. The Padres signed the biggest deal of last offseason with Eric Hosmer, and now they have signed, for now, the biggest contract of this season. CC is going to be good this year. Hope so. I'd love to see CC be good in his final season, but I can't really. Okay, so here's Machado's averages since 2015. He's averaged about 100 a full season. He averages 284, 36 home runs, 96 RBIs, and a WAR of 6. Can't go wrong with that. That's you can see very few players in baseball can average those kind of numbers. You obviously see why there were so many teams that wanted to sign him. You see why the Padres wanted to give him this much money, but you also see for the why other teams were hesitant and didn't want to sign him because they were thinking, I don't know, that's a lot of money. I don't know about that. It's and he doesn't hustle. So you can see both sides to this argument. But I'm wondering what the Padres' odds are still. I can't imagine they're that good as of this moment. Okay. This is Odd Sharks. The Padres' odds were 140-1 to win the World Series. Their odds today are 90-1. So they're still not. They're still bad. Still not good. Still have problems. Not a healthy, not a great club yet, but this has to be a good thing. This can't be a bad thing for now. This could be bad in the future. For now, this is a good move for San Diego. It's just when will you start to regret this? When are you going to look back on this and go, yeah, maybe not? What makes me even angry is how some of Sox Twitter is reacting. We missed out. Doesn't mean we're a pathetic organization. Doesn't mean the rebuild is a failure. But fans, Dirty Deans, fans, they're going to be irrational. They're going to be, oh, how, my gosh. I mean, if I was a White Sox fan right now, I might feel the way some of those fans feel. I might be like furious. How could we miss out on Machado? We had him right there. How could he just walk away like that? I mean, there are times this year when the Yankees have tried to go after somebody. I'm like, how did we get it? We're the Yankees. How did we not get them? So I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, it's just the way some fans are. I mean, you just deal with it. Fan is short for fanatical for a reason. And again, I don't blame Chicago fans right now. I get it that you're not too bummed out, but I don't understand. I'm not wanting Reinstopp's head. That I understand. No, again. I mean, when you were so sure you were going to get him, and at the last second, San Diego comes out with this ridiculous contract. I mean, he doesn't have to move very far. He doesn't have to move from, LA is just a short drive. How far? Okay, great. While the viewers keep coming in, how far is? Okay, LA is 2 hours away from. All right, San Diego is 2 hours away from LA. So, okay, it's not too far. I mean, you might even think about getting a plane. No, I think you would get 2 hours. No, yeah, you could. That's not. You could use your private jet and go up there to San Diego for the press conference. Again, we don't know when that press conference will be. I'd imagine not. Again, not soon. Again, San Diego, according to Ken Rosenthal, they're still working out the physical. They haven't finalized the language yet, but when they do, once everything gets done, San Diego will have Machado, and then they'll have the press conference and everything. $300 million. Goodness. I told my friend who doesn't watch baseball, but I kept the move. All he said was, what kind of a team name is the Padres? Yeah, good point. What are Padres? Okay. What are Padres? A padre is a title of a priest or chaplain in some regions. Okay. Why are they called Padres? Okay, they adapted the name from the Pacific Coast League team, which arrived in San Diego. The team's name is Spanish for fathers, which refers to the Spanish for friars who founded San Diego in 1769. Okay, yeah, I don't get it either. Baseball is weird. Baseball is whack. Team names are, it's not the worst team name I've ever heard. The Pelicans or the Lakers in a town where there's no lakes. Or Dodgers, which is short for Trolley Dodgers in a town with no trolleys. So, gosh, team names are weird. Again, Pelicans might be the worst, but it's just crazy to see here. Yeah, again, not much else right now to report. I'm just trying to get a lot of reaction in here from Padres fans, from White Sox fans. We don't have any Padres fans here yet, but looking for fans here for what their thought is. Even Yankee fans who might be a little upset that the dream is dead of getting Machado, which somebody predicted that JJ is John Jay. Probably. Yeah, that's I think we can take that to the bank. He will not be starting. So yeah, the big news right now, the big picture, 10 years, $300 million, and an opt-out clause after the 5th year. So those are the big news that does this mean that we're not going to have, if Harper signs, whenever that will be, and hopefully that will be soon. It is ridiculous, though. I understand teams don't want to give 10-year deals. It's ridiculous that it's February 19th and he just signed. It's ridiculous. He's Manny Machado. All right, he's one of the best. This should have happened months ago. Okay, the fact that it took this long is a joke. Hopefully, this doesn't mean we're going to have another strike. And baseball needs to do the talk of a strike for baseball should be terrifying. This is the 25th anniversary of the '94 strike, which, if it wasn't for McGuire and Sosa, would have killed baseball. That took years. I feel like baseball is still feeling the effects of that strike. I don't think baseball was ever, they had their moments, but I don't think baseball ever reached the height that they once were after the strike. The thing that made it come back the closest, the thing that helped them get back the best was steroids. So, if you're baseball, you have to make sure under no circumstances there are strike this year. You cannot allow that. Strikes are not good, okay? Ask Gary Bettman. Stop having strikes. There's no good to it. You're all rich. You're all filthy, stinking rich. Figure out a way to split the money and move on. That's a mini rant there, but I just had to get in on that. All right, largest sports contracts ever? As we continue here. If there's any new information, we'll pass it on. But again, everything right now seems to be a 10-year, $300 million deal. Machado is again the third biggest sports contract in history. Canelo Alvarez, $365 million. Giancarlo Stanton, $325 million, and then below that we have Alexis Rodriguez's second deal with the Yankees, which was $275 million. Below that, A-Rod's deal with the Texas Rangers, $252 million. Miguel Cabrera signed a $247 million deal. And then you had Robbie Cano and Albert Pujols, both signed 10-year, $240 million deals. You had James Harden recently signed a $228 million deal with the Rockets. Joey Votto signed a 10-year, $225 million deal with the Reds. And then David Price, a couple years back, signed a $217 million deals with the Red Sox, which finally came into fruition this past postseason. Finally, after so long. A lot of shock right now on Twitter. Lot of surprise. A lot of celebration. Again, San Diego celebrate. San Diego celebrate. Enjoy. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be the greatest. I don't know if this is, if this is going to get you a title. I don't know what it means, but for now, you got hope. You have hope. You have a top 10 player in baseball on your team, an absolute stud in his prime. He's 26 years old. Celebrate, enjoy it, have fun. All right. This is the kind of thing you can at least, if you're a Padres fan, you can have a little bit of excitement over this. So good for San Diego. Is there anything else really to really break? Again, the Padres won 66 games last year. I think that's up there with like worst teams in worst teams in baseball. So, goodness. I'm really surprised by this. I thought Chicago, it was definitely going to be Chicago, or maybe Philadelphia. I had not heard much about San Diego, and so for him they had to have offered him the biggest deal. That's the only reason why I think he would go there. Again, far from the short drive, it is. It's not an attract. Who should the Sox go for now, other than Harper? I don't see that happening. I mean, who's left? Who is the best available free agent they have out there? We know about Harper. We know about Machado. Now that he's gone, I mean, I don't know. I guess now you just now you're just sad. Now you just goodness. I feel bad for you, Sox fans. You don't deserve this. No team deserves this. No team deserves to have a painful free agent loss like this. I mean, Dallas Keuchel, I think, is still available. Craig Kimbrell, Marwin Gonzalez. I wanted Patrick Corbin. That was the one you were saying. Like a lot of Twitter was upset. That was pretty. Maybe Marwin, Adam Jones. Maybe where did they rank on the list? And like this is CBS is like their top 50 free agents. Marwin Gonzalez is 20th. Adam Jones is 27th in terms of top 50. Hey, you got Kelvin Herrera. Take that's good, right? That can't be a bad thing. I'm trying to help you, man. I'm trying to help you. Okay, this is a depressing time for you. You need just a little. You just need a little. Hey, everything's gonna be okay. Hopefully. Yeah, again, the only other if Marwin, again, the only other option I think would maybe if you guys need a reliever, get somebody like Craig Kimball or Dallas Keuchel. So Padres have not had a winning season since 2010. The Padres have not had a winning season since 2010. They have not been in the playoffs since 2006. 2007, they had the wild card game that they lost. So it's been a rough time for San Diego for San Diego. No, again, except for Trevor Hoffman, maybe the most overrated closer in the history of baseball. There's been nothing really for San Diego to be excited about. Nothing really to jump out at them and say that was great. That was awesome. This is it. This is it. And again, celebrate today. Be excited. Be ecstatic. For now, I don't know how it's going to work out for you. You might end up regretting this, but for now, hey, enjoy it. Harper's gonna have to get a bigger deal. I would imagine that Harper is gonna get just a little bit bigger than what the Padres offered him. The bullpen looks decent. But the front office guys give us so much things to be different, so it's hard to look at the positives. Oh, of course, I get it. I'm just trying to make you happy. I'm trying. But I get your dude. I get it. I get your frustration. I mean, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, look, I'm a Yankee fan, so usually we're in the playoffs, or at least we're above 500. But it's. Let's see. When was the last time the White Sox were in the postseason? 2008? 2008. Wow. 2008 was the last time the White Sox were in the postseason. They haven't had a winning season since 2012. Last year they lost 100 games. No, I get it. I like your videos. Oh, thank you, Joshua. Thank you for liking my videos, and I hope you enjoy more of them. I love montage videos, a lot of good stuff we do on this channel. If you like what you see, subscribe for more. Also, check out the channel. Click the link below. I guess it would be down here somewhere. And watch some of my latest videos. I have an NFL pump-up video that I did. Had an NFL mini movie that I did. A lot of stuff that I've been working on. A lot more stuff coming up in the next couple of months. So stay tuned for all that. And I'm. It's just, wow, gosh. All right. Here's the thing with Machado. Unfortunately, we have not had a Padres fan come in yet, so disappointing there. I've been wanting to see. We're one of only 3 people live streaming right now. We're one of only 3 people doing a Manny Machado live stream. Mr. Bad Dog is also live streaming. So dag darn it, I actually like Mr. Bad Dog, so I shouldn't talk negatively about him. But I'd like to have some Padres fans here and talk to them about how excited are they, how happy are they, and that this is happening. Do they like this? Do they like the 10 years? Are they weary of it? Because that's the thing that I've been saying. That's the thing that worries me the most. Is I don't like these 10-year contracts. I think they're bad. I think they're bad for baseball. I think they're good for the players, but for the team, I don't get the logic in signing them. I don't get the logic in getting somebody for a 10-year deal. Because you have no idea, unless that player is 22, maybe, but yeah, he's gonna opt out. Hi, Jeffrey. He's gonna opt out in year 5. Maybe we will. We'll certainly see. We've seen other players use that opt out clause. Does he have a no trade clause also? I'm curious about that, because that was the thing that was being talked about with Stanton. But I guess that's not official yet. Can the Yankees go to the World Series? Of course, but they have to beat Boston first. And right now, I don't see it. I hope so. I hope we win it, but I don't really. Not yet. Could he opt out? Of course. I mean, but maybe if he loses for 5 straight years, maybe he's like, you know what? San Diego is not as attractive as I thought it would be. Oh, we finally have somebody from San Diego. Hi, Gonzalo. This is great news. Machado's, Meyer, Hosmer, and you throw in a lot of clutch hitting and long at bats. Our pitchers have to be filthy. Yes, the pitching is what San Diego needs to worry about. But you got the bats. You got the weapons offensively. Now it's about defense. Now it's about the defense. Or not defense, I'm sorry, I'm talking football. It's about the pitching. Let's see what the younger talent and farm system had to keep their eye on the majors. Whatever they throw at our starting line is what they're going to be facing. All right. So you got a good farm system. Just got to. Are you okay with 10 years? That's what I want to know, Gonzalo. Are you fine with the 10 years? Are you? I'm sure right now you're thinking, yeah, you don't really. You're not thinking about that. You're just, yeah, Machado, woohoo. But I want to know, like, are you okay with 10? Right? Are you fine with that? I know it's not the major concern now, but I'm just curious. Is that something that's gonna, that you're thinking about and like a little worried about? And that A-Rod 10-year deal is gonna. Oh gosh, that A-Rod 10-year deal haunts me. Okay, that haunts me still. Yeah, he gave us a championship in 2009, and that was great. And then after that, he was never important again. All he did was take PEDs again, get suspended a whole year, sue us. I can't believe that if he stays the 10 years, then no, because he's not going to have the same numbers after year 7. Yeah, yes. Of course. I mean, Father Time is undefeated. But, San Diego right now, did they do this? They had to have done this thinking, all right, whatever the long term, all right, he might be bad in the end, but right now, let's do this. He's going to be such a huge impact now. He'll be able to sell tickets. This will help the Padres in a lot of ways, not just on the field, but also off the field. They'll be able to get a lot more tickets, a lot more season tickets. But the 10 is that's a scary number there in baseball. But back to Rodriguez for just a second, as we're talking about 10-year deals. How is it that this guy is still so famous again and everybody loves him again? He signed he signed a 10-year deal and he took steroids again. He lied to us all again. He sued Major League Baseball. He sued the Yankees. And then when he got caught, he said, "Oh, you caught me," and then went out into the middle of the night. I'm surprised people like him again. I guess all you need is J-Lo. Jenny from the block, I guess. The first thing they have to do is have a great winning season in the first month. Then they can use the next month to recover and then charge through the spring and into the dog days of summer. Oh, of course. It's a marathon, not a sprint baseball. It is not a you can't start off 13, 14, 15-0 and then that's it. No, it takes a lot. So, but I don't know if the Padres are set up right now they'll be better, but not as favorites in the national. We'll see. But again, you take it one step at a time, one game at a time. I mean, look at the Mets last year. The Mets had this great start to the season and then just faded, absolutely faded. We're now at 0 viewers, so if we don't get any more viewers in the next couple of minutes, I think I'm going to turn it. This is going to be really good for hitting, our pitching and defense. Brent Gardner is going to start. Sure, why not? I love Brett, but this is going to be really good for hitting. Our pitching and defense is work on here, and our pitchers need a way out besides just an off-speed in baseball. Sure, why not? I like Brett. He's been solid for us for many years. Good team guy, homegrown guy. I like him. So, I don't hate this. I don't hate it. We look great though. This is long term. One big familia. Good for you. Good. I'm happy for San Diego. You stay classy, San Diego. You stay classy indeed. All right, I'm at 2 viewers here. All right, so. Whew. Just a totally stunning deal. Andrew Siciliano does point out, who I like. Andrew, he does the NFL on Red Zone. Machado has one 300 season, one season of more than 100 RBIs, and he's never hit more than 40 home runs, and he's never stolen more than 20 bases. So, I mean, yeah, but if you look at the consistency that he's been able to do, sure, he hasn't had a breakout MVP season yet, but he's had so many good all-around seasons that he's going to make about $185,000 per game. He's going to make $135,000 per game. The Mets can be very happy. I'm thinking about this. If you're an NL East fan, maybe Machado won't. Well, Machado's he's not going to go over there, and Bryce Harper might not go to the Phillies. So you'll maybe, but I think Harper's still going to go to the Phillies though. So it's not. Jim Bowden of CBS Sports saying the White Sox thought they had the best offer on the table, and they had no idea the Padres had stepped up and just gone well beyond the 8-year offer. Yeah, that's right. The White Sox had an 8-year offer for Machado. Hi, Draven. Good for Manny and his family. Money talks. What team is going to win the World Series this year? If I had to guess right now, Red Sox or Astros. But I want Yankees, but we'll see. Money does talk. Money is hugely important. But also, if you were one of those people, I should say this, if you were one of those people on Twitter who days or weeks or months ago said Machado is signing with this team and I'm going to be right, watch breaking news, and he didn't sign, if you were one of those fans with sources, please delete your account today. You have no credibility. The only people that get to keep their account are the ones that said Machado is going to go to the White Sox, or if you had no opinion on this. I never thought Machado was going to be a Yankee. Let me clarify that. Not that I never thought it, but I was never sure of it. I wasn't like I always thought Harper was more likely, and then Harper looks like that's a no-go. And just over the months I've kind of all right, yeah, he's probably not going. And honestly, I'm okay with that. I don't know if we need another big bat. Mostly we need help with starting pitching. I think the offense is going to be fine. If Judge stays healthy and you give Stanton a second season, I think the offense will be fine. But I think it's the starting pitching that we have to worry about. I don't feel like we needed Machado, which I know is stupid to say, but I'm very dumb. So what we really need is my boy catcher to start betting on intellectual against every. I knew Manny was going to be Yankee. No, I kind of knew that too. Every batter to give opinions. Hitting has always been a great start, using pitchers and to win. Gonzalo's very happy. Gonzalo's doing a good job. Gonzalo's giving us good insight here into what the Padres need. I knew that. I just had it. Pitching is the key. Pitching is absolutely the key. The name of the game. Sometimes you have to get lost within the game to achieve the W. Yeah, absolutely. It's all about the wins. So we'll see if the Padres can have enough of them this year. I don't know if they are. I think they're still a couple years away. But again, right now this is a great day for San Diego. This is a great day for San Diego. Pitching is the key to winning the World Series. Of course, the Red Sox look at hitting was there, but they got a great outing from David Price, and their bullpen held up. They got great outings from their starters, and the bullpen held up, and Boston was able to get that title. But gosh, so I guess now we wait for Harper, and I don't know when that. I'm assuming soon, hopefully in the next week or two. I'm happy for the Padres. Yeah, I'm happy too. I could, I'm happy for them. Happy they got this. What this means long term, don't know. But for now, for Gonzalo, for all of San Diego, I'm happy for you. You got the win. Good job. Nice job out of that. Well done. Is there anything else? So I guess the White Sox all along had that 8-year deal. 8-year, 250. I guess. So that was Machado, I guess, was always looking for that $300 million deal, and the Padres were the only one to give it to him. It seemed like the White Sox gave him the $30 million 8 years, a little bit over $30 million as well. They'll be good in a few years. All right. I don't root against them, so we'll see. We'll see if their farm system continue. We'll see if they're able to do that. So best of luck to them. But it seems like the White Sox thought, all right, we got a good deal here. 8 years, 250, that's good. And then the Padres came out of the wood with 10 years. They gave him the 10 years. So he wanted the $300 million. He got it. Somebody gave it to him. So we'll see if that helps them. We'll see if that's good for them in the future or not. I remember when Robbie Cano signed with when was having his contract negotiations with the Yankees. And they were talking about how much they were going to give him. The Yankees the White Sox weren't aggressive enough. No, they weren't. And if you're a White Sox fan, you have every right to be upset today, because you thought, they made it clear we wanted Machado, and at the last second to have the rug pulled away from you. But I can't really, if they don't want to give him 10 years, I'm not going to sit there and be like, how dare you? It's 10 years. You don't know what a guy's going to be like in 10 years. He's going to be 36. You think he's going to be productive then as he is now? It's a long 10-year deals, for the most part, don't work. They're far and few between. Here's to hoping Arenado doesn't sign an extension. I agree, 10 years does never really work in. We found a couple that worked out. But I would argue more often than not, they don't. The latest example, Giancarlo Stanton. That didn't work out. Michael Vick, I've also found out, signed 10 years with the Atlanta Falcons. Right, that obviously, that was rough. That was a pun. Oh, so, goodness. The baseball world, fair to say, has been totally rocked by this. And as Manny Machado becomes the third athlete to sign a $300 million deal. The other two, Canelo Alvarez and Giancarlo Stanton, he now joins that exclusive club, I guess, of the $300 million club. Pretty amazing. Pretty remarkable. And again, he's not going to be the only one, boatload of money. Because if Machado got $300 million, what's Harper going to get? What is Harper going to get? Oh, baby. Harper's going to be able to buy an island. Man. Oh, just stunning. Stunning to think about right now. I'm really shocked by all. Baseball is so weird, man. Sports is so weird. Harper 330, 10. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that happening there. He gets that huge 330 and maybe 350. I don't know. I don't know if anyone would give it, but who's better, the Mets or the Yankees? Mets are not. I don't think the Mets are going to be as bad as people make them out to be, but they will. They have some problems. The Mets are going to have some. I think the Mets will have some problems. I think they have some problems hitting, but Yankees. I think Mets pitching is scary, of course, but if the hitting, if they don't hit, I think the Yankees have the better chance right now. I think the Yankees will have a better year. Hope so. I want a 28th title. I love me too. I want another Yankee title, but I don't, you don't know right now. Sports is scary. Baseball's strange. So who knows what will happen there with the Yankees going forward. So yeah, just looking again here at more of the news. Just a lot of shocked people right now over this deal of Machado going to San Diego and what this will mean, what will happen next. Again, I'm looking for any. SNYTV tweeted out a video of Yankee fans being told Machado went to the Padres, and they seemed happy. They seemed like yay. They were. Again, I would have liked him, but not at that price. I would have taken him, of course. I'm shocked as well, but happy the deal got done. Oh yeah, me too. I'm tired of seeing like this week in, week out. Just sign the deal already. Somebody sign a contract, please. I'm sick and tired of seeing every single, as these lesser players didn't get signed, as these lesser players got signed, and Harper and Machado didn't. So I'm glad that it's finally over. I'm glad that it's done. And at least for Machado. But if Machado's gone, that means Harper's just around the corner. And as I said earlier, hopefully this will put an end-ish to the MLB collusion talks, and that hopefully now we will be able to move on from that, and Harper will sign soon, and we won't have to worry about a strike. That's the last thing I want. I don't want a strike anymore. The last strike I had was the NBA strike. That was the last strike that affected me personally. And I hate strikes. Strikes are selfish. Strikes are greedy. We don't need them, okay? At least in sports. No. So let's hope that now, let's hope this puts an end to it. Whew. Kenny Williams, who is the executive vice president, I believe, of the White Sox, said he was shocked. He said, he was wearing shades when he was talking to reporters, and he said, I'm wearing my shades so you guys don't see the shock in my eyes. They thought they were going to get him. They thought they were surely going to get him. And in a stunning move, the Padres outbid the White Sox, who were all in. Hopefully more free agents get signed now. Yeah, because, we're a month away. We're a month and a half away. No, not even a month and a half. We're a month and 10 days away. Sign the deal. Come on, people. These are great players. Sign the contract. Joe Sherman talked about the quality of prospects the Padres have. Maybe they can get Corey Kluber or wait till next offseason. To make Machado valuable, the rotation must upgrade significantly. That is the word coming from Joel Sherman of the New York Post. Brian Cashman, talking about the Yankees, he did not want to address the Padres agreement with Machado until it is official. Machado signed for what Nationals offered Harper in the last week of the regular season. I would suspect Harper is going to beat this. Still with belief Phillies remain most likely destination. Machado, Harper, and Arenado combined are going to guarantee nearly $1 billion this offseason. It would be best for baseball if Machado worked out in San Diego, but if you were making percentages, where would you put the likelihood he serves the first 10 years, that he serves the full 10 years with the Padres? I would say no better than 25%. I would put the first Machado to Yankees rumors in 2021. Woo! Here they come. Hopefully, Ken Williams is upset, and he has every right to be. Again, I don't blame him. Joel Sherman also points out the Yankees met with Machado's an idiot. Machado, let's call the whole thing off. Yankees met with Machado in December. They never made a formal offer. Once promised Tua would be the shortstop and Lemieux would play regularly. Essentially, it was tactic closing of door. Machado, since New York would have to go back on their word. Padres have a powerhouse farm system, so cost certainly in that area. Make $70 million. Machado, Hosmer, and Myers will be ticking up from 2020 to 2022. With Chargers having moved, Padres have San Diego to self among big four sport league teams, trying to make club more relevant. In the city, Padres sign largest free agent deal ever. All until Harper signs, likely. So those are the so again, that's from Joel Sherman there of the New York Post, giving us more insight on the Machado signing. And yeah. Whew. So the Padres have a good farm system. If they can get some starting pitching, they could be good in the next couple of years. Will they? Who knows? It's San Diego. You never know with this team. And so the Yankees were never going to get – the Yankees, Sherman said the Yankees were never really in big contention to get Machado. I'm an idiot. To get Machado. So that's – again, I'm fine with that. As a Yankee fan, I never really expected him to come there. And they had other adjustments. And you can get other guys for not as much money. You're not bogged down for those whole 10 years. So I'm good with it. These contracts are becoming too big. I mean, 10 years, good for them. But I don't know, man. So, and we have another tweet from Joel Sherman. Don Newcombe has passed away. He was one of the great pitchers in Dodger history. He was 92 years old. Well, R.I.P. Don. He won he was NL MVP in 1956. So R.I.P. to Don. That's it for now. If you guys, I guess that's it for now. Unless you guys have any final questions, we're going to wrap it up here. If you guys like what you see, click down there and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the support over the last couple of days. Hopefully we'll be able to move this subscriber count up with your support and with your help. Again, if you like what you see, click down there, subscribe. We'll have a lot more videos coming up in the next couple of days on baseball, college basketball. We're going to have some videos on that. I'll have some Yankee videos too as we get closer to spring training. A lot of videos coming up every week here on this channel. You can't get entertainment like this. You can probably get it in a lot of other places, but you can't get it the way I do it. So take that for what it's worth. Thank you guys. Unless you have any final questions, I guess we're done. That's it. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Again, Manny Machado signs with the San Diego Padres, 10 years, $300 million. That's all for now. I'm Ron Burgundy. You stay classy, San Diego.